Cubamajigs are reusable gaming packs for cube sideboards and other games. New designs from your favorite MTG artists are launched every Monday, so go check them out at cubamajigs.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Goldfish Gladiators. So this week, we are heading into the world of Best of One to play a kind of janky, interesting combo deck. This is Smothering Storm, and this one was actually sent to me by JB, who said they built it for Best of One, they've been having success with it in Best of One. So I tested it out, and I was like, alright, I don't know if this deck is good, but when it does its thing, it is so incredibly sweet that we just gotta play it and see what happens. So we're playing some Smothering Storm today. Gonna do a super quick deck just to kind of show you what's going on. Then we're gonna jump right into the games with this crazy deck. So a quick reminder before we break down Smothering Storm for Standard. If you enjoy this deck and you enjoy Goldfish Gladiators in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Smothering Storm, starting with Smothering Tithe. So this is combo piece number one. We're kind of like a three-piece combo deck to some extent, with then a finish after we combo. So Smothering Tithe makes a treasure whenever our opponent draws a card unless they pay 2. So we can't just play this, hope that our opponent chooses not to pay, slowly build up treasures, but instead we are trying to combo off with this card. So what we really want to be doing is getting down to Smothering Tithe or 2 and then casting Emergency Power. So Emergency Powers shuffles hands and graveyards back into libraries and then draws each player 7 cards. So we get a new hand. Our opponent is going to also have to draw 7 cards, and they're likely not going to be able to pay for Smothering Tithe, which means we're going to get 7 treasures at least. If we have multiple Smothering Tithes, it gets even crazier. So we basically cast Emergency Powers for free, because we get back the mana that we spend to cast it in treasure, and if we do this main phase, which we often do, we get to put something into play, convert a mana cost 7 or less for free, which is hopefully our last piece, 1,000-Year Storm. So what we're trying to set up is Smothering Tithe, Emergency Powers to make a bunch of treasures, put 1,000-Year Storm into play. We have a bunch of treasures, and that's when things get absolutely absurd with this deck. So first off, if we find another Emergency Powers with 1,000-Year Storm out, things are really crazy, because each player shuffles everything in, draws 7, we get a bunch of treasures from our Smothering Tithe, and then we're going to get a bunch of copies of this with 1,000-Year Storm. So we just immediately shuffle everything back in again, draw 7 more, which is 7 more treasures. So it's possible that we end up with hundreds of treasure tokens on the battlefield. And then when it comes time to actually killing our opponent, we're looking for our 2 copies of Heroic Reinforcements, which again, with 1,000-Year Storm or 2 out, and all that treasure mana, we're just going to make like 50 tokens, they're going to be like 30 power, it gets really crazy. Or our 1 Lightning Strike, which if we have enough storm count, could just kill our opponent directly. So that's our finisher, and that's basically the core of the deck. The rest of the deck, we have a ton of cantrips, Opt, Revitalize, Tormenting Voice, Chemist's Insight, a ton of card draw to keep us churning through our deck, finding our combo pieces, and then these cards all work really well after we have our 1,000-Year Storm out, because we can just kind of storm off naturally if we have enough treasures going, revitalize, copy it multiple times, gain a bunch of life, draw a bunch of cards, keep going, eventually set up our Heroic Reinforcements kill. Otherwise, Treasure Map gives us a little bit of scrying in the early game. If we flip it around, it ramps us into our emergencies and other big plays. As far as the mana base, a bunch of shock lands, a bunch of the check lands, some basic lands, and that is Smothering Storm. As I mentioned, Best of One deck, specifically designed for Best of One, so no sideboard. I don't even have a sideboard built for it, but that is Smothering Storm for Standard, and that's our Goldfish Gladiator deck for this week. So I'm not even going to talk anymore about this deck. We're just going to jump into some games and cross our fingers and hope that, regardless of how our record turns out, we get to do some really crazy things with this deck. So anyway, that's Smothering Storm. That's our Goldfish Gladiator deck. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the gameplay, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap-up. Alright, gonna give Smothering Storm another shot. While we do cool things some percentage of the time, our actual record in our first tournament was not very good. So let's see if the deck can be a little bit more competitive. See if is it just purely an against the odds deck, or is it a against the odds deck that can actually win a game once in a while? Solve or Falls, go. Planes for our opponent. Daybreak Chaplain resolves. Opponent attacks. Well, let's opt. 1,000-Year Storm. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it. That is one of our payoffs. Down to 19. There's emergency powers. Clifftop retreat. Go. Planes for our opponent. And gonna need to find a sweeper, I think. Another Vanguard. Knight's Pledge. Well, lightning strike the chaplain. Opponent gets in for 1. Yep. We draw land. Opponent says good game. Apparently that was it. Yeah, let's Hallowed Fountain. Heroic reinforcements. No attacks. The classic defensive heroic reinforcements. History of Benalia. Makes a dork. Pumps the vanguards. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we block and block. Gonna need to find a sweeper. Down to 14. Opponent passes. Ugh. I'll play Smothering Tithe. Play the land. Get a treasure, I assume. Oh, we're a land away. We're a land away. We're a land away from trying to combo. Well, we'll see what happens. What do you got, opponent? Random dork. Oh, please land. Please, please, please give us a land. Opponent gets in. We drop to 10. All right, that is land. So play the land. Emergency powers. Put a planes into play. Get a bunch of treasure. We didn't have anything that just wins us the game, unfortunately. But we did find Cleansing Nova to reset the board. And pass the turn. Hope for another one. Keep making our treasures. Thankfully, we have a bunch of card draw, so we shouldn't be dead. Even if our opponent can rebuild quickly, we should have a turn. So we're looking for another emergency powers. Number 1. More sweepers are fine. 1,000-Year Storm is good at this point. So we have 2 more emergency powers. And we'll see. All right, Impassioned Orator. Uh-huh. That's fine. Opponent's life gain is not too big of a deal. Grows the Pride Mate. Sure. Well, let's opt now. Definitely keeping Settle the Wreckage. Untap. That buys us more time, at least. Opponent likes saying good game. We'll play an island. Tormenting Voice. Discard an island. Cleansing Nova. Destroy the creatures. Pass the turn. We want to empty... The more we empty our hand before we emergency powers, the better our emergency powers will be. We get a treasure. Since we still have Settle, we can probably wait 2 more turns. See if we can find... If we can find another Smothering Tithe or 1,000-Year Storm, that's when things get really sweet. Vote it. Fountain of Renewal. Sure. We really could care less about life gain. It doesn't... Or couldn't care less, because it just doesn't do anything. Resplendent Angel, sure. Well, let's Revitalize. Go digging. Whew, 1,000-Year Storm. And Revitalize. Play Glacial Fortress. Oh, we're just short. Play 1,000-Year Storm. Pass the turn. Well, next turn the fun is happening. Opponent needs to deal with our stuff, or we are going to have the absurdest of turns next turn. All right, opponent gives us a treasure. Sure. Land. Uh-huh. They need like a Conclave Tribunal, or we just go off. Danitha Compassion, sure. Random creatures are fine. Opponent. Combat. Hits us. That's also fine. Whew. Are we actually going to untap and do this? It's kind of like we're playing a whole different game of Magic here. Opponent passes. We untap. Oh, Steam Vents. Untapped. Revitalize. Gain some life. Emergency powers. Double it up. Opponent thinking. Sentinel's Mark. Okay, yup, that's fine. So, bunch of treasure. New hand number 1. Shuffles back in. Oh, this was a good hand, too. Alright, treasure piling up. I mean, as long as we end with any spells. Yeah, those are any spells. We get to put a Smothering Tithe into play. Get a bunch more treasure. We should be able to parlay this into a win. Opt. Triple up. Treasure map, bottom. Ooh, Tormenting Voice is good. Sacred Foundry, bottom. Island, bottom. Sack some treasure. Tormenting Voice. Discard Hallowed Fountain. Draw 8. We're basically looking for our last emergency powers. Ooh, another 1,000-Year Storm. Alright, sack some treasure. Play 1,000-Year Storm number 2. Opt through most of our deck. This is a lot of copies. Revitalize, bottom. Tormenting Voice, bottom. 100% looking for the last copy of emergency powers. Sacred Foundry, bottom. There it is. There it is. All right, that should do it. As long as we don't time out. This is where timing out becomes a concern. Yup. Sure. Emergency powers. Oh, are we going to time out? Having fun? Alright, emergency powers. Resolves. Treasures are stacking up. Oh, this is a lot of stuff. As long as we don't time out, this is awesome. We are going to have a lot of treasure. Oh, this deck is so sweet when it combos. Sure. Cast it. That's fine. Alright, no timing out, no timing out, no timing out. Oh, we're going to time out. We're definitely timing out. Oh, we're definitely timing out. We could be casting stuff in between, but we don't have time. We're gonna time out trying to do this. We probably should have tried to win the game rather than having fun. Alright, there's timeout number 1. Yeah, Smothering Tithe. This is where Arena starts to break. Timeout used, unfortunately. Yep, timeout. Oh, there's heroic reinforcements, but it's shuffling back in. Hurry up! Hurry up, Arena. For the love of God. Oh, Arena. You gotta do better than this, Arena. You really do. Oh, Arena, you're going... Oh, don't punish us for playing the game, Arena. Yeah, we're definitely timing out. And then potentially just dying, unfortunately. We're going to have a ton of treasure. But we're not going to have any time to do anything because... Yes, resolve all. Let's do that. Please? I clicked it. We should be doing resolve all the time, Arena. Let's add that to the list. Opponent saying good game. Let's see if this resolve all button saves our life here. Nope, it does not. It's going even slower. Why? Oh dear. Arena, you gotta... Arena, no! Arena! Resolve all made it slower. I think I gotta unclick it. Oh, what does this button even do? Nothing helpful. Oh. It's not making this better. Okay. Oh, I really don't want to time out here. This is not good. Oh, Smothering Tithe. Oh, look at how slow it's getting. Oh, maybe this is a Magic Online deck rather than a Magic Arena deck. Just for the sake of not timing out. Emergency powers. Yeah, there goes the clock. We can't do anything about it. We just sit here and... Well, they're stopping the time while Smothering Tithe is slowly going, but that's still... I think we're just going to end up literally dead, which is not good. Because we're gonna need to end with like a Settle the Wreckage or something in hand. Because I don't think we're going to have time to sack treasures and cast like a Cleansing Nova. And we definitely could just lose to pump spells. We need to be able to cast sorceries. Spin the wheel. Alright, one more hand to go. Arena, stop! Arena. Yes. It is going to time us out. It is definitely timing us out. The treasures are getting slower. Alright, last one. Spin the wheel. What do we end up with? Okay, this hand keeps us alive. Resolve all. Please do it quickly. Alright, so I think we are going to be good. We're not going to win this turn. But we're going to be able to pass the turn with a Settle in hand. And then untap next turn, draw our deck, and win the game. That's our plan. Actually, we do a lot of it during our opponent's turn. Oh, Arena does not like this deck. I don't know if I've ever seen a deck. I mean, it did have to make 156 treasures, which that is a lot. But yeah, Arena did not like that. Arena is not a fan. Yep, resolves. And now the other problem is we have to sack treasures to make all of our mana. Yeah, no reason for... I mean, we have hundreds of mana. We're up to 159 treasures. Opponent. Thinking. Resolve. I'm still not sure what the Resolve All button does. I guess you just don't have to click every time. I see. So we get our treasure. Yeah, alright, go ahead, opponent. Opponent. Land. Destroy all our artifacts would be bad. They're just going to time out? Diamond Mare. Resolves. Vanguard. Resolves. Resolves. Pride Mate. Resolves. Opponent. Combat. Gains a life. Grows Pride Mate. Yup. Yup. Attacks. Oh, hurry up, Arena. Oh my god. Yeah, Arena just does not like this number of treasures. It gets so slow. So, Settle the Wreckage. Get rid of the creatures. Okay, yes, resolve. Thank you. Okay, so win without timing out. We need our heroic reinforcements, basically. Opponent passes. Alright, we untap. We draw and opt. So we play a Plains. Oh my god, even that's going so. Chemister's Insight. Draw 2. Okay. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Chemister's Insight. Draw 4. Resolve all. Yep, draw a bunch of cards. Chemister's Insight. Draw a lot. Oh, this still might end with us timing out. Yup. Draw cards, draw cards. We gotta not mill ourselves as well. Draw. Okay, there's a heroic reinforcements. That's good. Cleansing Nova. Destroy all creatures. Sack our treasures. No timeouts. No timeouts. Oh boy, it's slow. It is slow. It is slow. Oh, timing out. It's gonna happen. Okay, destroy all creatures. A bunch of times. Resolve all. And then all we need is this heroic reinforcements to resolve. And then we win. We need that to happen without timing out. Okay, Cleansing Nova's resolving. Slowly. Copies. Sure. Now it's not about doing the flashiest thing possible. It's just about trying to do this before we time out. Nova, yeah. Oh boy, it takes so long to resolve these things. Okay. And then heroic reinforcements. And then this should be lethal. Assuming they resolve before we time out. Sack our treasures. Down to 145. Whatever will we do? Alright. Heroic reinforcements. A bunch of triggers. Resolve all. Maybe it's my computer. I don't know. Maybe my computer can handle it. So here comes the dorks to close out the game. Well, that was scary. That was scary because of the clock. Boy, Arena gets ridiculously slow when you do this. Yeah, here comes the heroes. Thousand Year Storm. Triggers. Heroes. Resolves. The deck is so sweet. It just, like, overloads Arena, I think. Resolves. And opponent scoops it up. Okay. They see what's happening. It was not quick and easy. And we almost... Arena just almost gave up on us, but a win's a win. A win's a win for Smothering Storms. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Boy, this deck gives you heartburn because you're just right on the edge of timing out. It gets so scary, but it's so sweet. Well, I'll take it. All right. Goldfish Gladiators time. Playing some more Smothering Storm, and we're going to keep this. It's an expensive hand. Hopefully our sweepers are good. If our sweepers are good, this hand should be fine. Also, drawing some early game stuff would be ideal. Ooh, mono green. Branchwalker. All right. Probably Golgari, I would assume. Yep. Golgari or Sultai. Ooh, I do like Treasure Map. Treasure Map is helpful. Play Glacial Fortress, Treasure Map. Well, that gets us to where we want to be a little bit faster. Swamp for our opponent. Jade Light. Well, go Scrying. Alright, keep Smothering Tithe. Fine Finality. Mills it. Chupacabra. Mills it. Opponent gets it and hits us. Alright, let's just draw. Go to our main phase, play a Plains, play Smothering Tithe. Get a treasure, hopefully. Opponent. Yep, gives us the treasure. Plays a forest. Midnight Reaper. Oh, can we... I think we can do our thing next turn. Let's scry with Treasure Map. Op to the bottom. I guess we need to hit a land. Opponent gets in. Down to 12. Well, flip Treasure Map. If we hit a land, we get 2 emergency powers. Chemister's Insight to the bottom. Draw. Opt. Alright. Yeah, let's just pass. Smothering Tithe. Get a treasure. Opponent plays a land. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Opponent. Attacks. Well, alright. settle you? This does give our opponent an unfortunate amount of mana, potentially. Although they've drawn a lot of basics. How many basics can they possibly have in their deck? Alright, they get the rest of them. 4. Opponent. Passing. Vivian Reed. Alright, that is annoying. Blows up Smothering Tithe. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, untap, play Smothering Tithe. Opt. Chemister's Insight to the bottom. Alright, pass the turn. Get a treasure. Maybe. Actually, our opponent could probably start paying, yeah. Ticks up. Well, we do need to emergency powers this turn because our opponent will be able to blow it up with Vivian, our Smothering Tithe. So we need to make that happen now. Carnage Tyrant. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. And Llanowar. Yup. Opponent passes. We untap. Oh, we draw Thousand Year Storm. Alright. Well, let's emergency powers. Okay, we hit Thousand Year Storm. Put Thousand Year Storm into play. Get a bunch of treasure. Oh, alright, Kabod Revitalize. We need you to find us something. Sack some treasure. Revitalize. We hit a lot of lands. We get to double it up. 2 cards. Huh, do we have enough land? Oh, we don't. We do. We have exactly enough. Alright, so play a plains. Emergency powers. Combo. It's a combo. And this is where the deck is insane. Sack some treasure. Sack all of our treasure. Yup. Crack it. And now we get a lot of treasures because we are going to triple up. Emergency powers. Number 1. Treasure. Thank you. We will take it. And now we should be able to win from here. Emergency powers. Number 2. Stack up that treasure. I mean, we can win assuming we don't time out. That is a concern. Number 3. Oh, we drew another emergency power. Thousand Year Storm into play. Get a bunch of treasure. Opt. We can't emergency powers again or we time out. To the bottom. We're just gonna try to win here. An opponent scoops it up! Whoo! That is Smothering Storm, and that was a thing of beauty. Whew. Well, the deck can do some really sweet things. Oh, we got him good. We got him good. Okay, we'll keep this. We don't have much defense, but we have a solid hand. 4 is for our opponent. Llanowar Elves. Cements, go. So I guess we are going to need to draw into a sweeper if this is Golgari. 4 is for our opponent. Merfolk Branchwalker. Heads a forest. Yup, gets in for 1. Play a plains. Let's just pass. Combat. Attacks. Yeah, we'll take it. Down to 16. We basically just need to hit a sweeper. That is the bottom line in this matchup. We do get some redraws. Forest. Untamed Kavu. Alright, let's revitalize. Draw land. Untap. Sulfur Falls treasure map. Pass the turn. Forest. Bonet. Attacks. Ooh, leaving back Llanowar. That could mean Vivian coming down. Down to 15. Kicked Untamed Kavu. That is big. Opt. That's not a sweeper. So we... Huh. How big is this? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's opt to the bottom. Opponent gets a 5/5. We draw. Another opt. Another opt. So we go to our main phase. Play a mountain. Yeah, pass the turn. So we can revitalize, opt, treasure map, treasure map. And all this is to hopefully hit a sweeper for next turn. If we don't hit a sweeper, we're going to be in trouble. Opponent, combat. Attacks. 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 Alright. Well, we take 9. Down to 6. Jade Light goes exploring. Well, come on, sweeper. Come on, sweeper. This is 100%. Do we hit a sweeper? Opponent goes land, land. Yup. Plays a land. Alright, so number 1, revitalize. Draw a card. Tormenting Voice. Number 2, opt. Heroic Reinforcements to the bottom. Draw a card. Treasure map. Mountain to the bottom. Untap. Treasure map. Cleansing Nova. There it is. There it is. Transform. Draw Nova. Go to our main phase. Play Clifftop Retreat. Cleansing Nova. Get rid of the creatures. Oh, that's what we needed. All right, pass the turn. Well, now we have stabilized, and we got Smothering Tithe and card draw in hand, so we're pretty much where we want to be. Now we're to the point where we start looking for emergency powers. Opponent. Okay. Ooze makes a 2/2. Llanowar. Sure. We're not going to cash in our treasure here. Opponent gets a counter. We untap. Lightning Strike Ooze. Play. How do we want to do this? We could just Smothering Tithe, but then our opponent pays and beats us down. Let's Tormenting Voice. Discard Hallowed Fountain. Now there's Settle. Play a land. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Combat. Gets it. Yep. We take it. Down to 5. Land Palaka Worm. Alright. Well, let's Chemister's Insight. Palaka Worm resolves. We untap. Glacial Fortress. Play Smothering Tithe. Pass the turn. Alright. Do we get a treasure? Yeah, alright, we get a treasure. Opponent. Well, alright, settle you. Staying alive! Staying alive! Hopefully our opponent does not have another lethal threat. Get some forests. Land. Llanowar! Alright, not a lethal threat. I like where we're at. Opponent passes, Sulfur Falls. So, let's see. Play Smothering Tithe. Play Sulfur Falls. Play Treasure Map. Pass the turn. And now we're just looking for emergency powers. That is the game, essentially. If we find emergency powers on this board state, we are in wonderful shape. Opponent's gonna pay, because why not? Yup. Combat. Gets him with Llanowar. Down to 4. And passes? Alright, so let's draw a card. Actually, let's scry. Scry with treasure map. We don't really need more Smothering Tithes. Draw a card, sacking our treasure. Untap. Scry with treasure map. Island bottom. Draw. Cliff top. I'll play cliff top. Play heroic reinforcements. Get in with 1 token. And pass the turn. Keep drawing, keep drawing. Opponent's gonna pay. With 2 Smothering Tithes, though, if we find our emergency powers, well, that's a 10-10. Okay. Opponent. Passing. Well, sack a treasure, draw a card. Emergency powers. Chemist's Insight. Discard Steam Vents. Oh, there it is. There it is. So we will draw. Go to our main phase. Play a land. And it is time for the powers. Emergency powers. New hands, new hands. There's Thousand Year Storm. Put Thousand Year Storm into play. And now this is where we just have to not time out. Here comes the treasure. Opponent. Alright, we get our treasure. We will opt. Copy it. Land to the bottom. Land to the bottom. We will opt. Triple it. Smothering Tithe. I don't think we need another one. Bottom. Hallowed Fountain bottom. Plains bottom. Tormenting Voice. Discard a land. Draw a bunch of cards. Now we play. Can we just win here? Yeah, let's opt. Copy it. Tithe, bottom. We have to not time out. Hallowed Fountain, bottom. Plains, bottom. Emergency powers, bottom. There's heroic reinforcements. Revitalize bottom. Now we should have it. Heroic reinforcements. Copy it. And then heroic reinforcements, and that should do it. No. Heroic reinforcements, number 2, and that makes sure that the deal is sealed. Arena, please. Please, no timeouts. Alright, here they come. And that's a lot of dorks. And we will go to combat. We will attack with everything. 28 tokens. And, good game. Good game. Oh, this deck's hilarious. And it's kind of working. It's kind of working. Opponent, thinking it over. I think death is inevitable. Oh, no. The salty rope. Opponent. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, we can't be too upset because we did our thing. Maybe our opponent's mad because we cast the second heroic reinforcements. We might add lethal without it. I don't know. I didn't really count. I didn't want to take a chance. We had it in hand. It only takes an extra second, so we might as well just cast it and trust that it's going to be fine. We could have just went insane, but I was afraid we'd lock up the client. Because we could have emergency powers again to make, I don't even know, hundreds of tokens. Treasure tokens. And, yeah, I guess we had lethal. Just barely. Exactsies. Oh, Smothering Storm. Smothering Storm. Well, let's do that again. Ugh. Alright. I mean, our deck is all lands and cantrips, so I think we're going to keep this. It could not work out, but we're playing a ridiculous number of lands. 26 lands. Alright, land go. Pyromancer. Now land go. This is not the fastest start against red. Lava Runner. Pyromancer. Down to 16. Opponent hits us down to 14. Well, planes go. So many Pyromancers. Yup. Down to 12. Land. Opponent. Small attack. Well, we still got to settle, unfortunately. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work. That is a lot of Ashino Pyromancers. Perhaps too many. Lightning strikes our face. Yeah, play Smothering Tithe. I think if there's any chance of winning, it's going to be us just comboing off. Revitalize would help. Just to undo one lightning strike. Pays the Tithe. Lava Runner. Oh, alright. Well, that was not the right hand for the red matchup. No revitalizes, lots of expensive stuff. I think we can beat red if we draw our revitalizes. But we can't beat red with that hand. That was just too slow. And our opponent had a pretty quick hand. They had a lot of creatures. Well, here's our revitalize hand. This is a hand I would be more comfortable with against red. Let's see what we're up against. Alright, it is red. Well, play Glacial Fortress. Tormenting Voice. Discard Sacred Foundry. Bone it. Mounted. Pyromancer. Yeah, down to 18. Well, Tormenting Voice. Discard Hollowed Fountain. Island. Go. Well, we're up to 2 revitalizes. That's not bad. Land for our opponent. Ugh, Gutter Snipe. We don't have a way to kill a Gutter Snipe. Down to 16. Well, Plains, Smothering Tithe. I guess we could just die this turn? That would be bad. Oh, we're so close to comboing. So close. Wow, opponent's gonna pay. Okay. Alright. Oh, they didn't pay. They did. I don't know what our opponent did. Opponent. Lightning Strike for a ton. Down to 11, down to 7. Ugh. Yup. We draw planes. I'll play the planes. Heroic reinforcements. No attacks. Opponent. Smothering Tithe. Opponent pays. Land. Hasty Dork. Okay. Okay. We have a chance. Opponent. Attacks. Attacks. Well, we will block and block. Untap. Well, spin the wheel. Play the land. Emergency powers. We need some hits. Huh. Put Smothering Tithe into play. Get some treasure. We might have just killed ourselves. Tormenting Voice. Discard Hallowed Fountain. Oh, we were so close. There's the 1,000-Year Storm. Yeah, I think we're dead now. We needed the 1,000-Year Storm off of the Smothering Tithe. We got it too late. Now, with our opponent having a full hand, they gotta be able to burn us out. Ugh! Well, I think that's what we had to do. Gutter Snipe. I think that's what we had to do. It just, we didn't hit the right cards off of our combo. Opponent, combo, combat. Attacks. Yeah, alright, sure. 2. Oh, we were really close. If we could hit the 1,000-Year Storm, we would have won for sure. Well, I mean, we can revitalize, but it's not going to. Yeah, maybe we should have. I don't know. Maybe we played it wrong. Maybe we should have spun the wheel for the settle. Well, so far the red deck seems to be the hardest matchup for Smothering Storm. Although, in that case, we definitely could have won. We definitely could have. We didn't, because our opponent hit a million Gutter Snipes. It was close. It was close. Alright, we'll keep. Let's not play red. I think we're to that point where we just hope we don't play against red, because that does feel like a bad matchup. Opponent untaps. It's risky because Emergency Powers doesn't just win us the game. We need Emergency Powers, and we need to hit something to win right away. So the whiffing on Emergency Powers, really rough against red. Island. Shard, of course. Well, let's revitalize. Opponent draws some cards. Discards an island. Play a Plains. Tormenting Voice. Discard Chemist's Insight. Pass the turn. Well, we're building up towards Emergency Powers, but we don't have a Smothering Tithe. And this deck could definitely have counters. Opponent, passing. Well, let's opt. Settle to the bottom. Yeah, Treasure Map's fine. Play Sulfur Falls. Play Treasure Map. Pass the turn. Looks like our opponent might have Spell Pierce. Tap land. Passing. Well, scry with Treasure Map. I think we want a land or a Smothering Tithe. Opt to the bottom. Upkeep. Treasure Map. Alright, there's a land. So keep the Hallowed Fountain. Draw. Hallowed Fountain untapped. Pass the turn. Alright. I mean, we do want a Smothering Tithe, but opponent opts. I guess we can just Emergency Powers, although it's not nearly as exciting without Smothering Tithe. We'll see. We'll see where we're at. Land for our opponent. Crackling Drake. Well, let's Chemist's Insight. Land. Opponent draws. Passes. Well, flip Treasure Map. Land definitely to the bottom. Come on, Smothering Tithe. Land. Well, let's Tormenting Voice. Discard a mountain. Play Clifftop Retreat. Tormenting Voice. Discard a mountain. Pass the turn. Alright. Well, let's see. Opponent untaps. We're going to start getting beaten down. Tap land. Thankfully, this is only a 2-4 at the moment. Could be worse. And we're getting ahead on timeouts, which is nice. This is a deck, because of how the combo work, it is important to try to play fast and save up some timeouts. Or you will run into trouble with the big emergency power Smothering Tithe turns. Alright, used a timeout. Are we getting the free win because our opponent is going to time out? It seems like they're there. Chart a course, sure. Discards a Spell Pierce. Combat. Attacks. Yep. Down to 17. Opponent passes. Tormenting Voice. Well, let's Tormenting Voice. Discard Heroic Reinforcements. Double land. Play Clifftop Retreat. Pass the turn. Discovery. Mills Land Lava Coil. Draws a card. Grows Crackles. Enigma Drake. Alright, well. This is a pretty easy choice. Opponent. Combat. We're just going to Emergency Powers. Because this shuffles graveyards back in, so it actually shrinks the Drakes. And our hand isn't doing much. Losing the Chemist's Insights is annoying, but... New hands. Well, there's Smothering Tithe. We take 0. We didn't draw into anything great, though. Yup. Opponent passes. Play Glacial Fortress. Play Smothering Tithe. And pass the turn. Opponent ups. Well, we start getting treasure, which is fine. Yup. Smothering Tithe. So now we have 2 more emergency powers. That's what we're looking for. If we find one with Smothering Tithe out, we should win. Land for our opponent. Shocks us. Down to 15. Terramander. Okay. Crackly Drake. Well, that is a big scary board. Okay. We get a treasure. Opponent, combat. Attacks. Let's opt. Opponent Spell Pierces. Well, we'll pay. Heroic Reinforcements to the bottom. Treasure Map. Well, sack a treasure, draw a card. Smothering Tithe. Lightning Strike, Terramander. Take our beats. Come on, Smothering Tithe. Revitalize. Well, Tormenting Voice. Discard Hallowed Fountain. Play a Mountain. And let's just pass. Do we get a treasure? Yup, up to 4. Land for our opponent. Combat. Attacks. Well, settle the wreckage. Whoo! Resolves! I was afraid our opponent might have a sneaky hard counter, but they don't. And now we're kind of where we want to be. That buys us a lot of time. Especially with all this life gain in hand. 1,000 Year Storm, Smothering Tithe. That's what we're looking for. Opponent. Passing. Well, let's Chemist's Insight. Draw some cards. Untap. Play Sulphur Falls. Play Smothering Tithe. Play Treasure Map. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps, draws. Are they going to pay the tithe? They have a lot of mana now, thanks to that settle, but... No, they just don't care. Don't care about the treasures. I mean, I guess we have so much mana. The more mana, the better, though, for us. Opponent opts, sure. To the bottom. Draws a card. I think we might be good. I mean, their deck draws so many cards. They're giving us a lot of treasure. A lot of treasure. Opponent. Passing. So, Sack a treasure, draw a card. Chemist's Insight, draw 2 cards. Sack a treasure, scry with treasure map. Planes to the bottom. Untap. Treasure map. Smothering Tithe. Alright. I mean, I guess we can never have too many Smothering Tithes. Go to our main phase, play a mountain. Play Smothering Tithe, number 3. And pass the turn. Keep building up the treasure. I mean, we are going to find it eventually. It's going to happen. And once it happens, we will win the game. Are you going to pay the tithe? They haven't been. Maybe if they have nothing going on, they might as well. Nope. Opponent. Passing. Let's... Chemist's Insight. Discard a land. Draw 2. Oh, that's emergency powers. Well, this should be a good turn. Revitalize. Gain a bit of life. Untap. Flip treasure map. Land to the bottom. Draw a card. Play an island. Go to our main phase. Play an island. And yeah, I mean, it is time to attempt to win the game. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Alright, so, emergency powers. And this will be a lot of treasure. Oh, we didn't hit much. Put a land into play. Get a ton of treasure. We refill our opponent's hand, which is a little bit clunky. Oh, opponent's going to time out? Opponent timing out gives us free reign to not worry about counters. I don't know why their clock is running here, but... So now we want opt, 1,000-Year Storm, or our last emergency powers. Or not opt. We can opt for it. Smothering Tithe, don't need it. Draw a card. Opt. Into opt. Opt. Heroic Reinforcements, bottom. Tormenting Voice. Discard Hallowed Fountain, draw 2. Opt. That's emergency powers, okay. Well, Revitalize. Still wouldn't mind finding 1,000-Year Storm. Revitalize. Land. Well, let's let's emergency powers. Spin the wheel again. Emergency powers. More treasure. Oh, we didn't hit much, though. Smothering Tithe into play. Get a ton of treasure. We only got 1 redraw, though. Well, sack a treasure, draw a card. Oh, we cannot find our 1,000-Year Storm. Tormenting Voice. Well, let's Tormenting Voice. Discard Sacred Foundry. Draw 2. Land. Revitalize. Oh, we're fizzling. We are fizzling. Revitalize, draw a card. Heroic Reinforcements. Alright, pass the turn. Well, that was awkward. We gained a bunch of life and made a ton of treasure, but we never found a 1,000-Year Storm. And we just sort of fizzled. We're way ahead on timeouts, though, which is still nice. I think our opponent's done. Yeah, opponent! They were smothered. We smothered them right out of the game. They didn't even finish it. Alright. Well, yeah. Keep it going. Alright, we'll keep it. Ooh, Orzhov, eh? Well, Steam Vents tapped. I mean, this hand is just all redraws. Control? Well, Planes go. Ugh. Well, let's Revitalize. Untap. Sulfur Falls. Go. Opponent. Maybe they're playing Esper Tempo. I think I'd rather play Esper Tempo than Esper Control. Well, let's opt. Draw a card. And we'll keep emergency powers. Revitalize. Draw a card. Untap. Play Sulfur Falls. And yeah, let's just Heroic Reinforcements. Alright. Definitely Esper Control. Come on, no Teferis. No Teferis, please. Tap land. Opponent passes. Well, Smothering Tithe. Resolve. Resolve. Ugh. Opponent's on Absorb Tribal. Hollowed Fountain. Goo. Land for our opponent passes. Play Clifftop Retreat. Tormenting Voice. Discard Settle the Wreckage. Tormenting Voice. Discard Cleansing Nova. And pass the turn. Opponent. Tap land. Passing. Play Glacial Fortress. Pass the turn. We might just have to value emergency powers. Opponent. Because this hand's not great. The problem is it refills our opponent's hand too, and they're all untapped. Steam Vents. Tapped. Pass the turn. So all we need is our opponent to tap out, and then to emergency powers. Or for us to draw a Smothering Tithe. Opponent. Passing. I'll play Treasure Map. Play a Mountain. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They must have a bunch of creature removal and sweepers in hand. Land. There's Teferi.
Let's slow this down.
Alright, opponent draws. This is not great. Well, Treasure Map. Mountain to the bottom. Untap. Our opponent untaps. We untap. Treasure Map. Tormenting Voice, we'll keep it. Draw. Go to our main phase. Tormenting Voice. Discard a land. Play Sulfur Falls. Yeah, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Tucks our Treasure Map. Plays a land. Well, kill Teferi, or attempt to. Teferi down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, Smothering Tithe. Pass the turn. Opponent has Mortify. Okay, opponent untaps, draws. No Teferis. Land. Passes. I'll play a Plains. Alright, let's emergency powers. Put a Smothering Tithe into play. Play Treasure Map. Opponent has Negate. Tormenting Voice. Discard Sacred Foundry. Draw a couple cards. Well, pass the turn. We probably drew him back into Teferi. That is one of the... This feels like a tricky matchup. About it. Well, the Smothering Tithe lives. Are they going to pay the price? Looks like yes. Opponent pays. Well, that's going to hopefully get us some treasure. 1 on top, 2 to the bottom. Alright, here comes the treasure. Land untapped. Teferi. Draws a card. Well, we get a treasure. Come on, Smothering Tithe, number 2. That's what we really want. Untap. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Oh. Okay. That also might work. So play Sulfur Falls. Play Thousand Year Storm. So if we Lightning Strike for 3, Heroic Reinforcements, X2, X3. Alright, so Lightning Strike our opponent. Heroic Reinforcements. Double it up. Moment of Craving. Okay. Heroic Reinforcements. Is this enough? Opponent's at 23. We get 3 copies. 6. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All attack. And we got there. Whoo! We did it! Taking down Control. Huh. Well, I guess we can beat Control. It is possible. It is possible. And that is exactly how we take down Control. Dirtle around and let's keep going. Let's keep it going. Well, we have both of our 1,000-Year Storms, which is awkward. But we have Treasure Map and Smothering Tithe, so Godless Shrine. Hallowed Fountain tapped. Opponent. As per Control. Oh dear. Oh dear God. That's bad. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Mills, Moment of Craving. Well, Island, go. I'm feeling less good about this matchup. Opponent. Search for his Kanta. Well, let's opt. Reinforcements bottom. Play a Mountain. Opponent is Kanta. Well, we have powerful stuff to slam. We'll see if it works. Opponent. Passing. Well, play a Plains, play Smothering Tithe. Do you have a counter? Opponent does. Sinister Sabotage. Ooh, getting close to flipping his Kanta. If they have Teferi as well, oh boy. Opponent. Leaves it. Draws it. Plays it. Untapped. Teferi. Huh. Well, I don't like our chances. Opponent. Passing. Well, Sacred Foundry. Untapped. Pass the turn. Oh, dear. Yeah. We have no way of dealing with Teferi. Mills a Teferi. Draws with Teferi.
You know what? I'm not done.
Well, for being a super janky meme deck, we did alright. We did alright. Let's Chemister's Insight. Draw a couple cards. Opt. Steam Vents, sure. We'll draw it. Discard Steam Vents. Opponent untaps. Well, Plains, 1,000-Year Storm. Opponent's got the negate. Oh, yeah. Hardcore Control seems challenging. It seems like, based on our experience with this deck, in theory we can beat anything with a good draw and our opponent not having a good draw. But it feels like we do best with decks that are kind of in the middle. Really, aggro decks have a tendency to beat us while we're trying to get set up. And then the 15 counterspell control decks, pretty easy for them to just stop every relevant spell for the whole game. And that's what we're kind of seeing in this one, is our opponent just being able to literally counter everything. Well, Tormenting Voice, discard a land. Huh. Smothering Tithe gets countered. Yep. And alright, that does it. Teferi's gonna ultimate and we can't stop it. Well, Smothering Storm, it is unique. I still don't know if it's good. We got 5 wins and 3 losses, which that's better than our first league where we went 1-3. So, I mean, it's good enough to win some games. It's definitely fun. The combos are some of the most hilarious things, assuming you don't time out, in all of Standard. So, I mean, it's a sweet deck. It's definitely a sweet deck. As far as being super competitive, it might be more semi-competitive. I think it's better than just a janky meme deck where you win 20% of the time. I think you'd win 50% or more with the deck. Maybe there's some things to do to tighten it up. It feels like the aggro matchup is really sketchy, even with 4 Revitalize, against like Mono Red. And then the hardcore control matchup, we just don't really have answers for what they're doing. We can't really stop Teferi consistently. And if they have a bunch of counters, we can't really deal with force our important pieces through in any way. So, I don't know. Those are some things to keep in mind. Maybe like Absorb. Maybe we play Absorbs. It doesn't necessarily work with our combo, but it's life gain against aggro, and it's a way to maybe stop a Teferi against control. So there might be a slight tweak to help shift those bad matchups a little bit. But regardless, the deck is sweet. All right, let's see if this deck actually does something one of these years. Okay, we'll keep this. Sulfur Falls go. Forest for our opponent. Llanowar Elves. Play a Plains, pass the turn. Opponent. Tap land. Gonna get in with Llanowar. Well, let's Revitalize. Gain a bit of life. Down to 22. Alright, let's Tormenting Voice. Discard Heroic Reinforcements. Play Glacial Fortress. Pass the turn. I mean, we're basically digging for our combo pieces. Woodland Cemetery. Llanowar. Opponent. Opponent's all in on this Llanowar plan. Sure. Down to 21. Well, let's opt. We do not want more lands. To the bottom. Alright, there's a Smothering Tithe. Let's Tormenting Voice. Discard Hallowed Fountain. Pass the turn. Little worried about just running out Smothering Tithe because our opponent probably has a bunch of Vivians. It would be nice to be able to play it around when we're going to use it. Oh, we're going to opponent. Gets in. Alright, we'll take it. Down to 19. Well, let's opt. Land bottom. Yeah, treasure map's fine. Let's play treasure map. Steam Vents. And pass the turn. This might draw out something. If our opponent has Assassin's Trophy, Vraska. Alright. No sense in scrying because we shuffle anyway. Take a... yeah, I guess an island. Alright. Well, we're getting up to an amount of mana where we can cast emergency powers if we find it. Land for our opponent. Gets in. Thankfully, our opponent's on the slowest clock in history. Opponent passes. Well, let's opt. Don't really want heroic reinforcements yet. Ooh, Chemister's Insight's fine. Alright, we draw. Land. Well, Chemister's Insight. Draw a couple cards. Oh god, 2 lands? Oh my goodness. Well, play a land, pass the turn. Okay. Opponent, untaps. If our opponent had drawn any real creatures, we might be in trouble, but they must just be drawing all removal spells, which is kind of hilarious. There's a Vivian. Yeah, that was a concern.
Would you like to see what's left? No one knows the wilds like I do.
Takes up. Branchwalker. We draw more lands. Alchemister's Insight. Discard Sacred Foundry. Play a land, pass the turn. Still no emergency power. At this point, I think we're actually trying to wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In a few turns, we can Smothering Tide's emergency powers in the same turn. Or maybe we find another Smothering Tithe and we just play them both. Opponent gets a forest. Plays a forest. Combat. Attacks. Yup. Down to 13. If we die to Llanowars, Wild Growth Walker. Branch Walker. Finds a Jade Light, keeps it. Well, let's opt. We'll keep Treasure Map. Another Smothering Tithe. Alright, so I think our plan is play an island. Cleansing Nova. Blow up all the creatures. Treasure Map. Pass the turn. Opponent has Doom Whisper. Alright. Are they going to blow up the treasure map is the question. Nope. All right. Well, we get a couple of scries to find our emergency powers. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can also play double Smothering Tithe next turn. Opponents, does this give haste? Vigilance, Trample, Indestructible. Planes to the bottom. Scry with Treasure Map. Tormenting Voice. Alright, we'll keep it. Draw. Go to our main phase, play a mountain. Play Smothering Tithe. Play Smothering Tithe. And pass the turn. Alright, opponent, do your worst. Do your worst. No surveilling. Are they going to pay for the tithe? Hopefully they can't just kill us. That would be a blowout. And then basically we get a scry and 2 draws. All right, Ultimates Vivian. Yep. We get a scry and 2 draws to hit emergency powers, and if we do, our odds of comboing off are pretty high. Opponent gets in, hits us, down to 5. Passes. So we flip Treasure Map, looking for emergency powers. Hollowed Fountain bottom. Transform. Come on. Come on, emergency powers. Glacial Fortress. So we... Oh, go to our main phase. Tormenting Voice. Discard a mountain. Draw 2. We have 4 out of 30. No. Alright, play Hollowed Fountain. Pass the turn. So we're not dead because we have Settle the Wreckage. Unfortunately, we're not finding our emergency powers with any frequency. Smothering Tithe. Boat it. Paying. Paying. Yup. We have eaten a lot of mana. That's good. Opponent attacks. Well. Settle you. Staying alive. Staying alive. We can do this at least one more turn, but we really need emergency powers. It'll be so sweet if we draw it. Does opponent have a land? Okay, they're just going to get back some dorks. Sure. There it is! There it is! Alright, so we play Glacial Fortress. This is where the deck gets fun. Emergency powers. Double Smothering Tithe. Let's get some new hands. Get a bit of treasure. Oh, we didn't hit much, though. Put a land into play. Well, we get a bunch more draws to find something else. Yeah. Treasure incoming. So let's opt. Land to the bottom. Opt. 1,000-Year Storm, definitely to the top. Play 1,000-Year Storm. Now we might be able to win. This is what the deck is trying to do. This is it. Sack some treasures. 1,000-Year Storm. Chemister's Insight. Draw a bunch of cards. We mostly want another opt. We want another emergency powers. We'll keep Tormenting Voice. That should get us there. Heroic Reinforcements bottom. Opt. Okay, we'll keep it. Opt to the top. Steam Vents bottom. Smothering Tithe bottom. Tormenting Voice. Discard Treasure Map. Are we really not going to hit it? Oh my god. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright. Emergency powers. Keep it going. Keep it going. Combo. Combo. Oh, this one should be slightly better. Spin the wheel. Yes. The emergency is here. Ah! The treasure! The treasure incoming! Oh, this is so... Oh, no. Are we going to time out? There's a lot of copies of emergency power on the stack. And our clock is running. This is not good. This is not good. Don't do it, Arena. Oh, this is so sweet. It's worth timing out for if that's what happens. Oh, my lord. Oh, still 4 more to go. Oh, what do we end up with once it's all said and done? Oh, this pile of treasure. Okay, spin the wheel. Oh, the clock. That's not great. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, Arena. Okay, one more spin of the wheel. We still have one more timeout. Yes, yes. Hurry up, Arena. You can do it. Last one. Put a treasure map into play. 84. Oh, man. We're going to be close to 100 treasure. All right. Let's revitalize. I really don't want to time out. Revitalize. Why can't I cast anything? There we go. Thank you, Arena. Gain some life. Get out of the danger zone. And now we'll just pass the turn. Discard. 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 All right. So we're back up to 29. We have an ungodly amount of treasure. We could have won there if the clock wasn't an issue. But we had to stop because of the clock. Opponent, Wild Growth Walker. Oh, that was the greatest turn. And it's not like we even could play faster. Oh, they got to kill our 1,000-Year Storm. Opponent. We can combo off during our opponent's turn a little bit. All right. Oh, Smothering Tithe? Okay, that's fine. Sure. Oh, I think we just sacked a treasure for no reason. I guess we can try. Oh, my God. All right. Disastrous turn, but that's fine. We're going to win this turn. Treasure map, Tormenting Voice, keep it. 25 cards in our deck. All right, we untap. We start with Tormenting Voice. Arena. Discard Settle the Wreckage. Draw 2. I think we're breaking Arena's brains. Oh, there's... Okay. Opt. There's Heroic Reinforcements. That should be able to get us there. Heroic Reinforcements, keep it. 1,000-Year Storm, keep it. Opt. Oh, this is going to be a good turn. Triple opt. Land to the bottom. 20 cards in our deck. We don't want to deck ourselves. Lightning Strike, sure, we'll keep it. Revitalize, sure, we'll keep it. Now we revitalize. Draw some cards, gain some life. Yup. 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 Revitalize. Draw some cards, gain some life. We're running out of cards in our deck. Okay. Cleansing Nova. Destroy all creatures. Copies a few times. Yup, blow 'em up, blow 'em up. That Wild Growth Walker survived a lot of Cleansing Novas. Huh? Why did Wild Growth Walker... I think we broke Arena. Why did Wild Growth Walker not go away? Oh, Arena does not like this. It does not like 100 treasures on the battlefield. Oh, we're going to time out, aren't we? Okay, so make some mana slowly. Play 1,000-Year Storm. I think this should be very lethal. Sack some of our 89 treasures. We gotta stop drawing cards or we're gonna mill ourselves. Heroic reinforcements. And this should be a lot of soldiers. This should be a good one. Here they come. Yeah. And there's still another 1,000-Year Storm. Uh-huh. Here they come. And we gotta cast the second one. It's not necessary, but we can't not do it. Like, how many soldiers can we make? And we could be, like, casting our Settle the Wreckage just to up our storm count, but... Yup. And that Wild Growth Walker just refused to die. Wanted no part of death. I mean, the game has been crazy enough already. We are going to do it. We're not going to not cast the second Heroic Reinforcements. We gotta! We gotta! That's what this all has been for. Okay. Sorry, opponent. You've stayed with us for this long. You're gonna stay with us for one more Heroic Reinforcements for the memes. Oh my goodness, these are the slowest cracking treasures. I think this is just too much for Arena's brain. I think we've just overloaded it. It's taking like 10 seconds to crack a single treasure. And Wild Growth Walker refuses to die. Alright, here it comes. Heroic reinforcements. There. That's it. Then we're done. Then we'll just kill ya. Oh, we're breaking records. Breaking records. Well, when this deck does its thing is amazing. Some of the coolest things you can do in Standard. Yeah. This is a ridiculous amount of damage. Oh, we broke Arena. We broke it. We broke it. Here they come. The reinforcements. Oh, so good. So good. So good. Uh-huh. Boy, it's taking a long time to resolve anything. I think we actually did break Arena. Look how slow it's going. It can't handle it. It can't handle it. Are we going to time out? Is that how this says? Oh, opponent's going to time out. All right. Reinforcements. I wish... Is there a way to resolve all? That would be sweet. I just want to see how much damage we can do. It's probably going to be like 1,000. We still have a whole nother 1,000-year storm to go off with this heroic reinforcements. Oh, it's getting longer. It's taking like 10 seconds to resolve one trigger. Arena does not like this board state. Who would have known? 100 treasures, 2,000-year storms, and an ungodly number of heroic reinforcements. That's just, it's too much. Arena can't handle it. All right. Our opponent's getting like a timeout for every heroic reinforcements. And the Wild Growth Walker still didn't die. It somehow didn't just survive a Cleansing Nova. We had like 6 copies of Cleansing Nova. And it didn't die. Uh-oh. Is the reading just done? Not going to resolve this one? It's brain? Okay. Oh, we got there. 20 seconds later. Oh, Arena. I've never seen Arena struggle so much. Oh. Okay. Now what? Okay. Oh, Arena's brain can't handle it. And our opponent's not even losing timeouts either. Their clock keeps running down. I don't know what's happening. I think we just broke Arena. I think we did. Well? For science, I guess. We learned how to break Arena. So I guess we're going to go technically 0-3. 0-3 for science. Oh, there it is. Oh, boy, it's taking like... Oh, boy. It is taking like 30 seconds now to resolve a single trigger. It might even be longer than that. It's just a heroic reinforcements. Come on, Arena. Just give us some tokens. Oh, we busted it good. Oh. Well, this episode's not going to be about our record. It's going to be about... It's going to be about the stack and breaking Arena. Our biggest tokens are up to 2020s. And there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 more heroic reinforcements. So our biggest ones are going to be 27 27s, which means we resolved 26 copies of heroic reinforcements this turn. So that should mean we have, what, 56? No, 52? 52 tokens with haste, ranging from 2 2s to 27 27s. Maybe we should time how long this is taking. If our next one resolves, I'm going to time it. Because it's a long time. And no one's losing timeouts. And Wild Growth Walker is not dying for whatever reason. Oh! It's indestructible. All right, I am a... Well, disregard the Wild Growth Walker comments. In my excitement to storm off, I forgot there's a Vivian emblem. So, Wild Growth Walker was not supposed to die. Although I imagine the triggers are supposed to resolve slightly faster than this. But Arena, it probably doesn't expect... Oh, there's one. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4... 1,000, 47, 1,000, 48, 1,000, 49. Oh, 49 seconds! Probably a little longer because I missed a number. I said 29 twice, like I was 3 years old and first learning how to count. Well, I guess we can add counting to mispronunciations. Okay, well, I'll see you in 50 seconds or so when we get another heroic reinforcement. At least we haven't I don't know why we haven't timed. I don't know why no one's timed out. I really don't know why anything is anything anymore. Oh, sorry, Arena. I apologize. My bad. I didn't mean to do this to you. It was an accident, I swear. Whoa! Alright, another one. 3 more to go. I'm amazed our opponent hasn't scooped, or maybe they can't scoop. Maybe they have scooped. And it's just not showing up because the stack hasn't resolved. Are our tokens even pumping themselves anymore? Oh, we got a scroll? Wow. How many? We're learning all these things about Arena. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So you can fit 32 creatures on a screen, and then you have to start scrolling? So I don't even... Okay. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Oh, we still have 83 treasures. Maybe after all this, we just cast a... cast a lightning strike and burn our opponent out, so all this was for nothing. Oh, that would be kind of funny, actually. We could have done a whole lot more, but we either would have milled ourselves out or Arena really would have broke. I mean, it's already kind of broke, but... Uh-huh. How we doing, heroic reinforcements? 2 more to go. If these resolve, we're definitely not casting anything else. I don't have the patience. I wonder if it'll let us attack. Oh, our tokens are even bigger than I thought, because I wasn't scrolling. Our biggest ones were off the screen. This is an absurd amount of damage. Maybe our opponent's just doing this. Am I wrong? Is it not that Arena's struggling? Is it our opponent doing this? No, because our treasures were taking like 10 seconds to crack. I think it is Arena. And our opponent can't control the treasure cracking. Come on. Come on! Original copy of Heroic Reinforcements that started all this 15 minutes ago. You can do it! Come on. Come on, Arena. Alright. Oh boy. Just let us attack. Let us attack, Arena. Okay. Yes. All at the face. 56. How much damage is it? Here they come. Eventually. Man, this is the slowest heroic reinforcements. Oh, Rita. Come on. Let us do it. Attackers have been chosen. Oh. Okay. They tapped. Arena's brain does not like this. Come on! Kill him! Kill him! Wait. Wait. You're supposed to be dying. What's going on? Oh, there they go. How much? How much? 500. 600. 700. 800. Do we get 1,000? Oh, 845. All right. We'll settle for 845 damage. I guess that's good enough. Whew. Arena had a hard time with that. I swear. Arena did not like it. Did not like it at all. All right. Well, that's the deck. I'm glad Arena survived. It's so sweet when it goes off. It is so sweet. So what do we learn this week about Smothering Storm for Standard? And overall, so I kind of had to mix in one match from an old league. So I played 2 leagues with the deck. First one, we went 1-3. It didn't go all that well, but the one game that we won, we broke Arena Hardcore. So I had to show off that game because it was so crazy. So then we played another league and went 5-3, which, I mean, that's pretty fine. If you can consistently hit 4 or 5 wins in Constructed, you're going to grind out a collection. That is what you want to be doing. So we didn't hit 7 wins, but the deck was good enough to post a winning record in our second league. And, oh my god, are these combos insane. Like, this deck, the combo turns are literally so absurd that it just breaks Arena. Like, Arena does kind of survive. It doesn't shut off or anything. But man, it was taking us 50 seconds at one point. We counted to resolve a single trigger on the stack because we'd get up to the point where we literally would have 150 some treasure tokens and we'd be casting so many copies of heroic reinforcements that eventually we deal like 800 damage, 900 damage, all in one turn. So the combo turns are absolutely insane, which is kind of the biggest reason to play this deck. You're playing this deck because when it does its thing is spectacular and the combo turns are just so sweet. So that's the biggest upside to the deck. It's good enough to win some games, post a winning record even, as we showed. On the other hand, the deck does have some rough matchups, and as we saw in our league, our losses, we did really well against mid-range, but we really struggled with decks that were on either far end of the scale. So very aggressive decks like Mono Red, if we don't hit enough revitalizes, if we don't combo quickly enough, they just run us over really quickly because we don't have many ways to actually remove their burn spells. Like, we can deal with their creatures with Settle the Wreckage, with Cleansing Nova, but we only have Revitalize to gain life, and that's not always enough with how much burn there is in Standard. Unless we draw a whole bunch of Revitalizes, and our deck is slow enough that they can often just burn us out. On the other side of the scale is hardcore control, and we struggled. We did beat a Teferi deck one time where we got our opponent to tap out and comboed off, and I think that's our main plan, is try to pick the right window where our opponent taps down, maybe they cast a Teferi or something, and hope that we have the right combo pieces to go off. On the other hand, we also lost to control, and in that game, our opponent just countered and killed everything relevant. Like, we couldn't stick a Smothering Tithe, the 1,000-Year Storm. We couldn't resolve an Emergency Powers because our opponent just has like 12 counters, a bunch of Mortifies to kill Smothering Tithe. So it's really hard to get traction in those matchups. So I feel like if the goal is to improve the deck, a card like Absorb might be the perfect fit for this deck. I'm not sure exactly what to cut to make room for it. We do have 26 lands, which feels like a lot, although our deck does want to hit a lot of land drops. Maybe we could go down to like 1 heroic reinforcements. I don't know if we ever really need the second one to win the game, although it is funny when we cast 2 and deal like 800 damage. So maybe we could cut 1 heroic reinforcements. Maybe we could trim back like 1 Chemister's Insight, 1 land, but Absorb is the card that comes to mind because it gives us a way to fight Teferi and force through our spells against control while also being relevant against Mono Red, where if we counter a Lightning Strike and gain 3 life, that's a huge swing, and that might buy us enough time to actually win the aggro matchups. So that's a card that feels like it might be the perfect option, especially since this is a best of 1 deck, and we're playing it in best of 1, and you can't like sideboard to fix the control matchup. It's not like you can just be like, alright, we're up against control, we're going to bring in a bunch of negates, whatever, Immortal Sun, Sorcerer's Spyglasses, or okay, we're up against aggro, we'll bring in a bunch of life gain, that's no problem after sideboarding. Since we're playing this in best of 1, I feel like Absorb might be that card that walks the line between being good enough against aggro, good enough against control, to maybe improve both of our harder matchups in the format, and that would make the deck even better. So if you can find some room, consider sneaking Absorb in. That feels like a good option. But overall, the deck was insanely fun to play. The combo turns are about as absurd as you can get in Standard. And we've had some sweet combo decks in Standard, but it's really hard to top 150 treasures and 50 attacking tokens for 800, 900 damage. Like, those turns, it's hard to do any better than that. And in all honesty, if it wasn't because we were going to time out, we could go further. It would be very easy to make thousands of treasure tokens with this deck and hundreds of thousands of heroic reinforcement damage if we weren't concerned about running out of time and crashing arena. So the combo turns are just absolutely absurd, and the deck is super fun. So anyway, that's Smothering Storm. It is hilarious. It is actually kind of competitive, and maybe some absorbs can make it even more competitive. So that's been our Goldfish Gladiator for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.